have you ever accidentally nut tapped yourself?
Yes.
Did it suck?
Yep.
What? I want to hear your story before I tell you. My story is not of me.
Okay.
But
so mine was. All right, it's gonna start raunchy to start. So,
yeah, but it's just a nut tab. It's not
no,
like we're
this
talking
was
about
a
Jack.
very raunchy situation.
Oh,
though.
okay.
It was. I was having sex with a woman, and she had a belt tied around her wrists behind her back. At one point, I moved the belt, and the belt whipped under me because I was naked behind her and straight into my nuts. So I fall back, and she's still tied up. And I'm just laying in pain for a minute.
What's the worst way to fucking nut tap yourself?
Yeah. You're naked.
And also while you're in the middle of doing it, because I would not be turned on anymore.
No, you fall out of a person. It's horrible.
And they can't do anything.
No.
And then the pain lingers for so long. Yeah. God damn, that's hilarious. That's so funny, dude.
That was the time I nut tapped myself.
Oh, well, what made me think of that is...
Yeah, beat that story.
I'm not gonna. But over the weekend, I went to Midwest Gaming Classic, which I'll get more into later in the episode, so stay tuned for that. But the night before we go to Milwaukee, we always hang out at my buddy Megadan's house.
Yes.
We like go up the night before, play video games, hang out. And Megadan is hilarious. He's a weird dude.
That's actually his legal name.
Yeah, Megadan. That's what I call him.
His parents hate him.
But he likes being weird just to make people laugh.
Oh, Mega Man. Like, I always knew that it was because of Mega Man, but I never thought that Man and Dan rhyme.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
But then it's Megadan 29.
Oh.
And I don't know what the 29 is from.
I mean, he was probably 29 at one point.
But I don't think he was born in 29.
19?
Yeah, I don't
Probably
think that
not.
would work.
No.
Yeah, because he's like 36. So I don't think that math.
So maybe 7 years ago he made the account.
Oh, maybe. But he was like setting up his laptop to show us something on the TV, and he was just being silly, you know? And he was like flailing his arms underneath his legs for some reason.
Okay.
And I was sitting on the couch, so I'm sitting like in front of him looking at him, and I just see like his backside.
Yeah.
And I'm seeing his like fingers, go underneath him.
Sure.
And
is he doing anything, or is he just
no,
doing
he's just
that?
doing like a flail thing, just being silly, dude.
Okay.
He's a weird dude.
Yeah,
But
he's being silly.
I mean, so he was doing that while he was like working on shit. He was waiting for someone to load. And while he flailed his arm and fucking
just full on
hit himself in the nuts.
God.
And I'm sitting behind him.
Yeah.
And I see...
So you have the best view.
And I see his hand come up and like literally his fingers like fucking curl.
Just cup and smack
And then he just
up.
goes... Ah! He just goes, I just hit myself with the nuts. And at first I thought he was joking.
Sure.
But then he just kept going... like, dude, and I was... This is like Friday morning, we were having a slow morning. And this is how he started his day. He was wearing pajama pants, so it was loose. Like, so he get full garb. And so I witnessed it, and I cried. I was laughing so hard, I cried. And I just couldn't stop laughing. I was like, this is so funny, dude. Because I've never seen anybody...
Full
Because he was like... pretending to do, I guess,
something,
and then he just fucking full on board.
God, because when you
and
do
then
it,
the
you
pain,
do
dude,
it.
he's like, it's in my stomach.
Yeah, no, it hurts.
God, I've never nut tapped myself though.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Dude, witnessing it, dude, from the rear. Because I just saw the hand curl up, and I was like, oh,
here we go.
Yikes,
Blast
dude.
off.
There is a continuation of that story though.
Okay.
But I'll save that for when we dive into Midwest Gaming Classic.
Yeah.
This is the Moist Monday podcast, so let's
Hey, everybody.
freaking get into it.
Hey, bud.
Hey, bud, how's it going? Welcome back to the Moist Monday podcast. How's everyone doing? Happy April. And the day we're filming this, I'm just going to say to the top, is April 8th. And you guys might not know what that day means.
Unless
But
you're a real moist head.
unless you're a Moist Mutual, a few months ago. Actually, I'm going to back up even to the beginning.
Yeah.
So we talked about running into our future selves a long time ago on the podcast.
Yes.
And we invited our future selves to the podcast a while back, but the day we invited them, there was
Big snowstorm.
There was a
Yeah.
massive snowstorm,
And we didn't want to inconvenience
Well,
them.
because we were like, dude, there's no way they would make it.
Yeah, I think Roberts is homeless. Yeah.
Yeah. So then we were like, okay, let's invite him in a day where it will be nice out.
So
so months ago we picked April 8th, and that is today. And what's so wild about today is we picked this in advance. We had no idea what was going on. Today, a fucking national weather thing going on.
Yeah,
solar eclipse. Why are we picking these days?
Yeah, these bad
So I'm like,
days.
I'm not saying like the solar eclipse is going to stop them from showing up, and I have no. I'm just saying at the top of the hour,
Maybe
that they
interfered with something
But
of theirs.
dude, some part of the countries was black,
I know.
and they were like doing like national security things, weren't they?
Yeah, like people,
I never understood what
I saw things where it was like, make sure you have enough fuel, gas, and food to last you for a while. I'm like, what? Why? It just gets dark.
It gets dark for like 10 minutes.
Yeah, and that's it.
Yeah, it got like slightly dark here.
Yeah, like here it was. I think they said it was like 80% like coverage, but
Whatever.
like I went outside. It got a little colder.
I mean, it's cool that that it lines
Yeah,
up, but
and, like,
I also don't care.
Like I think I would have gotten really into it if I was in a place that got like where it was dark out, because that is cool.
Yeah, I had a buddy that lives in Ohio, and he was like legit underneath it.
Yeah.
And he posted like a photo, and it was like pitch black.
Right. And like the moment you can actually look at the sun where it's like fully covered, I don't.
And he said he was like, I'm really excited for this, and I'm like, yeah, I don't blame you, because we're in areas where it doesn't.
I saw videos of people like crying watching it because it's such I could believe that being a big moment. Like,
Yeah, and
'cause
it's
we had
only-
another one in like 2017, but I think that was still like
It was a smaller one.
It was not as cool.
No, I think like the full coverage one only happens like every certain.
One of Izzy's coworker got like an Airbnb somewhere, and he laid naked in a field to like just take it all in. Yeah, he's a guy I want to become friends with.
What did that do?
I don't know. He might be different now.
His dick got really tan. That's wild though. But I'm just saying, our future selves might show up, and I'm really scared. But I wore this flannel on purpose because this is like what I would probably be wearing in a future self. You know, so it's like nervousness, dude.
Anytime someone walks past,
I know,
gonna be
and it's
weird.
luckily because like in the wintertime it's always dark when we film,
Yeah.
but it's like since it's nice out, it's light out. So now we can actually see people show up, and
It's
so
still weird.
It's gonna be. Ah man, I'm just if I see somebody in a red flannel, I might shit my pants. Like I'm gonna go.
He'll just go, I remember that.
Oh fuck! But the solar eclipse, man, that's why it's wild because we talked about our future selves,
Yeah.
and then our future selves, past selves, knew that these events would happen. So maybe deep down, subconsciously, we picked these dates on purpose.
Sure, magical
we're-
days.
dude. We're like doing what the Simpsons do. We're like predicting the future.
Oh,
You know?
wait, but everyone, it wouldn't have been hard to look up when the next solar eclipse was.
I don't think it was like talked about yet.
I think it was still on record.
Is it public
I
date?
think you can look up when the next one is.
But we didn't.
No, we didn't.
And we just picked a random day because we were like, oh, it'd be a nice day, and then it just happens to be the solar eclipse. That's badass.
It's something.
What if one of us dies on April 8th? Solar eclipse.
Maybe. Do you ever think about that? That you like you have your birthday, but there is a death day.
Yeah, dirt day. That's what you were about to say, a
Almost,
dirt
yeah.
day.
But like, there's a day that you will die, and like when you hit that, you have exact amount of years left. You don't even know.
What do you mean when you? Oh, like when you hit that?
Yeah, there is
Pre.
a day you will die.
Yeah, and you could be like, oh, today's my death day in 1 year, but you don't know that.
Right.
You
It
would-
makes you think.
Do you wish you would know?
No, I definitely don't want to know.
Yeah, because I already have anxiety and depression.
Would you
Or
rather-
maybe that would free me.
Would you rather know the day or the year?
Oh shit, man, that would suck because a year is so long. You could because
But
you would
it-
start. You would think it's the start of the year.
But the day, you'll pass that every year and be nervous.
Yeah, because you're like, okay, 2 more years,
But then you hit.
and then I'm like, what is
Well,
going
no,
on this day?
Well, yeah. So I'm saying like you only know like if it's April 8th or if you know it's like 2052.
Oh man,
So you only know April 8th or 2052.
I think I'd rather know the day because I'd be a lot more precautious that day.
That's fair.
So okay, here's the kicker.
Yeah, because then I can maybe then it'll definitely be like disease.
Well, but here's the kicker. If you know the day, you won't know the year.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, okay, that's what you're saying,
So
yeah.
you experience the day
Fuck.
more often.
Yeah, so
or once the year starts, you're like, all right, well, this is my last year.
See, that's what sucks because all year, and it could happen in December.
Yeah.
And all year, you're like avoiding things.
Or-
So I'd rather know the day where it's just one day I just avoid things.
Yes, because you
Yeah.
have a promise for next year. Yeah.
And then it's like, okay, if
definitely.
I made it through the day, but then it's like, I'd be scared to go to bed. Because what if you die in your sleep? I mean, that's peaceful, but
Yeah, maybe you do 24 hours.
Yeah.
But maybe you give yourself a heart attack from the stress.
from stressing out,
Yeah.
dude. Yeah, that'd be freaky.
I would
think I would
probably-
pick day. I think I would.
Yeah, I would definitely pick day.
Because I wouldn't want to have anxiety for a year.
Well, also, you're guaranteed to die that year. You are never guaranteed to die the day because
Yeah.
there's always that day next year.
And that day's going to keep coming.
Yeah.
Unless they're like, oh, leap year. And then you're like, okay, it's not. And then it's every 4 years.
yeah, I would definitely choose that.
Yeah, because then it's like, okay, whoo, made it through this one.
Yeah,
'Cause we
I
had
got
one
at
this
least
year.
4 years left, and then like I can be like,
But then like next year they changed the calendar.
Oh, shit.
And that February is fixed. So it's like, God damn it! I thought it was clear, and now I'm dying next year. Yeah, I think it picked the day. Let us know in the comments below, or email us wastemoneypodcast@gmail.com. Yeah, I'd love to hear your thoughts.
wait, I have another question.
Yeah, let's hear it.
If when you die, you're given kind of a choice of what your soul can do, like you meet kind of like a god or whatever,
Yeah.
and they offer you the role of ghost, would you take it? Let's say ghost for a few years.
Yes.
Yeah,
I think that'd be fun as
or
fuck.
I guess, or would it have to be like permanent for it to really matter? You have to be a ghost.
Oh, because then you're stuck in purgatory.
Oh, you're stuck as a ghost.
Yeah, but isn't that what people say ghosts are? They're like stuck in between, like
So
they're in
there's
purgatory.
two different like ideas of ghosts. One is like residual, where it's kind of like time bleeds a little bit and you see something doing what it did in its time.
Oh, okay.
Where like if we were ghosts, maybe whoever lived in this house next would see just us in this chair because we did this a lot.
Oh, yeah, and that happens in a lot of old houses.
Yeah,
like they see
I mean, that's
somebody
what they
walk into
think.
the halls.
Yeah, and like they'll be in like their old outfit and
Yeah.
they're just doing their own thing, and that
Okay.
feels more like a time bleed. Or there's the idea
Yeah,
of
that's
a
like a more
more
common
like
ghost,
a
I think.
poltergeist, where it's a more active, intelligent ghost, where it's aware of what it's doing. That's the one that can talk and move
And that's the one that
things.
can throw dishes and
Yeah.
and be like, "Who did this?" That's a joke that no one's gonna laugh at.
No.
But Jacob got it.
Not for a while. Well, maybe one day you'll laugh at that.
Who did this? Yeah, man.
So
I
I'm
think
saying
I think I would be the first one. Actually, no, I don't
I
know.
don't think you get to choose. I think the first one just kind of happens to you. I think like the second one is what you'd have to like be open to.
But do you think they're having fun doing that?
Maybe.
Or do you think they're just trying to fucking communicate?
Yeah.
And that's the only way they can. And they're like, "Fuck, someone save me."
Because like if I die in this house, I would want to haunt it, but then more like Izzy would have to move out. Now I just like got some strangers living here.
Yeah, I mean that's what. I mean, what's cool about like the old haunted houses is they still have them set up, or like Civil War shit.
Yeah.
They still have them set up like they were when people lived there.
That's true.
So that's why you still see them like at the table and stuff. If someone else moved into this house, these chairs wouldn't be here.
Yeah, I'd just be
they'd
like-
probably
I'd
be
be
like a
squatting.
shoe rack.
Yeah.
So then it would be a lot harder to notice somebody sitting.
Sure. Because if I died, Izzy still lives here, and if I could start haunting fast enough that I could convince her it's me, then that's fun.
Yeah, how would you tell her? Like, how would because I feel like you can only do certain things.
Sure.
Are you allowed
Yeah.
to leave like messages on the mirror? Like
That seems like too much for at least
Yeah.
beginning. I'm trying to think if there's something I can knock down where she would maybe know it's more me. I could probably play with the cats. I bet they could see me.
Yeah, because I think
That could be
animals
nice.
can.
Yeah.
Yeah, animals freak out to that kind of shit.
Oh, I'd turn the sign on.
Oh, that would be yeah.
That'd be a good one.
Just every Monday it just turns on.
Oh, God. And then she would just cry a lot. I'd be
Yeah,
like,
she'd be like, "Are they both there?"
Robert's still alive.
Yeah, and I just keep walking by in a flannel. That's my future self, dude. That's why, if I see him today, I'm gonna. He's probably not gonna knock because you can't.
Because also he's so awkward.
Yeah.
Because I don't think you get over that in your old age.
Well, and also, yeah, it'd be weird as hell to be like, "Can I come in and
Jacob's dead.
sit by myself and not have fun and get really drunk in this chair alone?" God, that'd be so sad.
Yeah, you could bring like a EMF reader, and I could maybe speak through like a talk box.
Yeah, but that's the shit. I don't know.
That's true. You'd have to look it up.
Maybe I would get really into that.
Yeah,
I become Zach Baggins.
I know. I love Zach
A
Baggins.
douchebag.
Maybe that's why I'd want to be a ghost, just to meet my hero, Zach Baggins.
Do you think because he was so into ghosts, he'll become a ghost?
I hope
You think
so.
that's his dream? Like he's doing all this to die that way?
Maybe, and just become the thing he hates.
Oh my god, it scratched me, dude.
God, because that show
Those are
has
weird.
some pretty cool shit on it.
It's fucked up, dude. Yeah, I remember one time he got scratched on the back, like deep.
But like that's
it was like the Trinity
so
or whatever.
easy to fake.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they say, 3 means that they're mocking the Holy
Yeah.
Trinity.
They always make it spookier than it needs to be.
Yeah. But
There
also
is some
just-
bullshit, but also it's
it's
a scary show.
or it's all bullshit, or ghosts are real, because they've had like doors slammed by themselves and things talk to them. Like
Yep.
it's
And they go into these places that are like real.
yeah, but also like I don't. Even though I've had paranormal experiences, I don't know if
I mean,
ghosts
you've
are
had
real.
fucked up scary.
But also like brains are so wonky.
Yeah, dude, you can trick yourself into thinking anything. Every night I think someone's breaking in.
Also, like, schizophrenia exists. Like,
Yeah, and that's your brain doing that to you.
Yeah, people literally see and hear things that don't
That's
exist.
how powerful our fucking minds are.
Yeah, or how weak they are is that
Yeah.
they can just deteriorate like into weird shit.
I mean, yeah, you can convince yourself of anything if you just think about it hard enough.
Yeah,
which is wild.
So fucked up.
Yeah, but ghosts, dude, that's fascinating. Dude, it kind of relates to this, but it doesn't really. I saw something like it was like a video, and it was like what AI thinks hell would be. Have you seen that?
No,
Dude, it's terrifying as fuck.
because I think hell for me, well, besides the obvious, like they just keep shoving firecrackers at my ass, like that.
Why is it firecracker?
Because that would suck.
Well, yeah, but that's so specific.
I don't know. I think that's fair. I think firecrackers up the ass is a fantastic hell. But like,
You think it's a great hell?
I mean, yeah, for what hell
a
is.
great hell,
Well, because
baby.
also people are like, I feel like hell is just I'm annoyed all the time. Like, no, annoyed is still better than being skinned alive every single day.
Yeah.
Because like if I would say hell is like the annoyance level, I feel like a liminal space would really fuck with me.
What does that mean?
Like an endless hallway where like you can see a lot of doors, none of them open, you can't do anything, but it keeps going on forever and things just aren't right. Kind of like a dream state.
What if it's like that game you played, Subliminal or whatever?
Ugh, that would be
where
hell for
you
me.
walk into a room and it's just like
Things are
based on what you see. It's like,
Yeah.
and then when you go around the corner, it's actually just a flat image.
because like my worst dreams,
Oh, fuck.
like my actual like really bad nightmares have always been like the ones that caused me to have like panic attacks and like sleepwalk as a kid. It was always like space was wrong. It was that
Yeah.
everything was on a grid, but then the grid got warped.
And then you're just stuck in it.
And I knew everything was wrong, but I just was in it.
Yikes,
It's like
dude.
that would be my biggest fear is that everything's just wrong. But also I would take that over firecrackers.
Yeah, that's way better
Yeah.
than firecrackers. So like this video, I'm shocked you haven't seen it, but I've seen it a few times. Is like obviously it's red,
Yeah.
because it's AI, but it's just like a bunch of these like people like crawling and like faces and like everything's melting.
Oh.
And it's like they're in like some type of like lava-esque.
Okay, so kind of like Dante's Inferno.
Where they're just
or
like
the-
burning, and you just see like their
9 layers thing or
You just see
whatever.
like their skin continuously fucking melting off.
Yeah, that'd be
And
pretty
it's-
bad.
Everyone's screaming.
Yeah.
The video is fucked up, and like AI made it, and it's just like Jesus Christ, and it's wild. How does AI know what hell is?
Because it knows all of literature.
Yeah, so it's based on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking wild.
Have you ever heard I think it wasn't debunked, but it's just not what people thought it was. It was like the sound of hell. Like people like did I don't know if they
The sound of hell?
like they did like it was like a mining thing or like something and it was like a deep hole and they recorded something from it and it was just the sound of it sounded like people screaming.
Jesus Christ. That'd be terrifying.
I'll look for it and you can put it here if we find
Oh my God. And I'm going to get nightmares editing this during the day.
Yeah.
That sucks. But it also kind of makes me think, I just watched the first Scooby-Doo.
Oh.
You know,
what
like-
do you consider the first Scooby-Doo?
Like the one with, like the live action one.
Oh, Matthew Lillard's one? Yeah.
Yeah, but you know how
Fantastic.
like, no, it's the second one where they go to the island, right?
No, first one's
Oh, the first
island.
one. Yeah, where they all their souls are getting fucking sucked out.
That's true, yeah.
Yeah, that's a little fucking spooky, dude. Like, I know it's like a PG-13 movie, but like that's spooky.
I heard there was a rated R cut.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I watched both of those, 1 and 2.
What do you think which one's better?
I liked them both.
Because I think 1 is a perfect movie. I think 2's really good.
I like the fucking what's his name's in it, the little redhead guy.
Yeah, Seth Green.
Yeah, I like that he's in it.
Who do you think's hotter, Seth Green or the guy Velma talks to in the first movie?
Ooh.
I've been in so many arguments with one person about this.
Just with one person.
Yes, no,
I
him.
guess
and
I don't know it well enough.
right.
I really like Seth Green.
Put the 2 photos up on the screen here and
Everyone
comment
vote.
below.
Yeah, vote. Who do you think is hotter? Man, I do like Seth Green, but I don't think he's that hot.
I'm gonna show you the love interest of the
So I
first
think
movie.
I can't picture what he looks like, but I want to pick the first one.
That fucking guy? Yeah,
Oh, dude,
Way
yeah,
hotter.
Wait, that's the first one for sure. Someone
Dude.
said Seth Green.
yeah. Fucking Chase Carson, you bitch.
He's not listening to this.
No. Than that,
I mean, dude, I like
like
him.
Seth
I
Green.
like him.
I think he's very funny and very smart. But
I do like in the second movie though, where she like goes on a date and she wears that all leather fucking.
which means she owned that to begin
Yeah.
with.
Dude, but I will say she's hot as hell.
Yes.
So was
yeah.
So was the other
Daphne,
girl.
yeah.
Daphne. Oh my God.
I mean-
Did you know that
Fred
Daphne,
and Daphne
are married?
Yep.
And they did it on purpose.
I mean, they casted that on purpose.
No, they
yeah.
casted them on purpose so they wanted that chemistry.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
no, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Do you know the first movie they actually did together?
What? No.
It's called I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Oh wow, that movie! I remember watching that when I was younger.
Not a good movie.
Yeah.
Do you know what the sequel's called?
I know you did that summer again or something like that.
I still know what you did last summer.
Yeah, but still,
It's so
freaky,
stupid.
dude.
That one's all right.
I'm pretty sure the first one. There's like a big Marvel guy did the first one. I'm pretty sure I was reading that on IMDb. Like it was a James Gunn movie.
Oh, really?
I'm pretty sure the first one's James Gunn, which is why I'm pretty sure.
That'd be pretty early for James. Oh, wait, no, you're talking about Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, Scooby-Doo.
Yeah. James Gunn did Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh,
Do
you
know-
thought James Gunn did already?
Yeah, I still know what you did last time. I was like, I don't think
No, James Gunn did
so.
Scooby-Doo,
Yes,
which is wild.
he did do Scooby-Doo.
And
Do you know who James Gunn was married to?
Who?
Pam from The Office. Jenna Fisher.
Whoa.
They're divorced now, but yeah.
That's wild.
Uh-huh. I'm pretty sure.
Before The Office, I'm guessing?
I don't know. Maybe during.
That's wild.
For some of it, yeah.
Okay, that's kind of cool. Weird.
Probably before The Office, because I know her new husband was in the episode where she gives birth. He's the nurse that cups her boobs. Her real husband.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Great role for him.
Yeah, I do that episode because Jim's like, what are you doing?
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, that would be weird if you were in the hospital.
I get it. Like that, I don't think that would bug me too much.
But I'd be like, is there a female that can do this?
Yeah.
like-
I don't know if I
And he was an attractive man.
yeah, that's true.
And like maybe hotter.
cupping.
Like if it was a hotter looking version,
Yeah.
hotter than you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also, I know that she would not be like paying attention to that because she'd be just.
Just get this
Destroyed.
fucking thing out of me.
Yeah.
I did hear that they all the actors are on board for a third Scooby-Doo.
Yes. And they have been forever.
But like, why aren't they? Because I know they're not rated really well, but they're cult classics.
People love them.
Like
I
everybody
hate
in
that
our
they're not real.
demographic
Yes.
loves it.
Some buddies of mine in college actually wrote a third one. It was
They like a
super
full
fucking
script?
good. I don't know if they ever finished it. We did partial read-throughs of stuff because I played Scooby for it.
Let's hear it. It's pretty good.
Yeah. Welcome back to the Royce Runday podcast. Not bad, Scooby.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I do like how the interaction. I wonder how they did that. Like, was it someone in a green screen
No, I think
suit?
he was just gone. I don't think
But
anyone
the
was
way
there.
they're reacting to him,
Matthew Lillard's incredible.
Matthew, I do love Matthew
So good.
Lillard.
Yeah.
But now it's time for a segment.
Segment.
Word of the day. What do you think it is?
I don't know.
Okay, word of the day is ruh-roh.
Ruh-roh.
Pretty good.
That was not bad.
Pretty
I'm
good.
pretty good at that.
Word of the day is redoubt.
Redoubt.
What do you think it means?
Redoubt.
Redoubt. Spelled R-E-D-O-U-B-T.
D-O-U-T?
So just like doubt.
Oh,
But it's
okay.
redoubt.
To confirm your suspicion that something's wrong.
So you redoubt yourself?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
So it's a noun, and redoubt means redoubt can refer specifically to a small building or area that provides soldiers with protection from attack.
So like a bunker?
Or more broadly, to any safe or protected place, whether literally or figuratively.
So a bunker.
A massive stone redoubt at the entrance of the bay guarded the city.
It's just a bunker.
Yeah,
Okay.
the refugees gathered in a hilly redoubt several miles from outside the outskirts of town.
Were you
It's
gonna-
a bunker.
Were you trying to fit that into a sentence before you said word of the day?
No.
Oh, okay,
'Cause
like
I don't
you
know.
did with rejigger.
I
Why
don't.
are all your words re?
I don't know. I'm not doing it on purpose, but I realized. But did you also know? This is a
Okay.
little fun fact for redoubt. Yeah. Makes you want to listen to No Doubt.
Okay, sure.
That's the fun fact. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Isn't it? Did you know? Based on its spelling, you may think redoubt shares its origins with such words as doubt or redoubtable, which both are the same word. Both of which come from the Latin verb dubitare, meaning to be in doubt.
Okay.
But redoubt actually comes from the Latin verb reducere.
Doesn't sound like it, but okay.
Reducere? I don't know how to say it. Meaning to lead back.
Okay.
It's also the same root that gives us reduce.
Which also doesn't make
Nobody
sense.
really knows why the
None of those words are related.
yeah, but nobody knows really why the B got added in redoubt.
Some asshole.
But some etymologists, which I think are like word people, think the word got conflated with another redoubt, which is now an archaic verb,
okay.
meaning to regard with awe, dismay, or dread.
Okay.
Isn't that fun?
Sure. It's the word I'll never use.
Redoubt, yeah, because it's like, just say bunker.
Yeah. We know what a bunker
And also
is.
in the description, they never say bunker.
Yeah.
Like, they just said, they say other bigger words.
Yeah.
But redoubt, dude.
Because there's more words for bunker too. Can't even think of it.
Camp?
Oh, foxhole.
Oh, foxhole. That's a fun one.
Because isn't there the saying is there's no atheist in a foxhole or something like that?
Whoa, I didn't know that.
I think that's a saying.
There's no atheist in a foxhole?
Yeah, as in when you're about to die, you at least kind of hope there's a God.
And yeah, she started praying.
Yeah.
Sure.
No.
But there's no atheist in a Redoubt.
All right.
What a weird word.
Can you tell me what the word noun means?
A person, place, or thing.
Is that right?
Did I get it right?
I think so. Because that's a
Or
place.
is that verb?
No, verb is
Versus
an action.
So I think I got it right.
I think you did.
I think
because
just,
a readout's a place.
yeah, person,
Yeah.
place, or thing. Yeah, so like Scooby Doo. That's a noun.
It's a name.
Oh, but it's a person.
Person is a noun, and also Scooby Doo's not a person.
Matthew Lillard. That's a noun.
Name.
So what is it? So what does name mean?
A name is
like
a descriptive.
Washington.
What?
I'm thinking names, like people's names.
No, a person. Are
Yeah, you know what I mean.
I guess you
so
can,
we're
like-
nouns.
where?
I love being so dumb on podcasts.
So like, I guess if you use like a name in a sentence, that would be technically a noun, right?
Maybe. Yeah,
Maybe.
because it's got to be like noun followed by an adjective followed by a verb. Isn't that like
I have
sentence
no
structure?
idea what an adjective is.
I think it's like a filler word.
Descriptive.
Descriptive.
Maybe.
So like very.
Maybe.
That's an adjective.
I don't know.
I have no idea.
We're not gonna look it up either.
Yes. So you either learned something or you didn't.
Yeah, you learned something.
But I got to tell you about my weekend.
Yeah.
So I teased it at the beginning, but over the weekend I went to Middle Gaming Classic, which is a video game convention in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, which is pretty badass. This is our 4th year going. I'm pretty sure.
Do you know the origin of the name Milwaukee?
I think it means beer.
Nope. Milwaukee.
Are you doing a Wayne's World thing? Yeah.
Actually, it's pronounced Milwaukee, which is Algonquin for the good land.
I was not aware of that.
I think that in the movie they think it
No,
says.
he gives a big ass description.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Milwaukee.
It's Alice Cooper.
That they're talking to, or he says it.
What?
Alice Cooper's the one that says Milwaukee.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
See, he's like quoting the native
To
tribe.
be honest, I don't think I've ever seen Wayne's World
Really?
or the second one.
Second one's all right. First one's great.
Okay.
One
Well,
of the better SNL movies.
well, you know what movie? So I'll get back to Midwest in
Yeah.
a second. But you know what movie I talked about it you off the pod, but I'm in love with right now? Strange Brew.
That is because it's a SCTV.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's basically like a Wayne's World Canada, but they're from Canada.
It's way better than Wayne's
dude,
World, though.
dude, Strange Brew, incredible.
Yes. No, that's a movie I grew up with, and I have not seen it since I was a
I
child.
watched it for the first time.
My family still quotes it.
I love that it's a real movie. Like, you know, like some of those comedy movies, they're not, but this one has like a real plot and everything.
Well, it's based off of a Shakespearean play.
Oh, is it really?
I think Hamlet. Yeah.
Damn. And then it just gets fucking weird. And also, I watched it when I was really high, and I was getting invested because they would get serious at moments.
Hamlet or Macbeth. I never know
That's
which one's
really
which.
cool.
Yeah. Which one has the uncle in it? Do you know?
I don't know.
Because that one is about the one with the uncle.
Oh, so it's an
'Cause-
adjective?
Uncle, yeah. Because it's the girl, her uncle is the bad guy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The love interest?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. But that movie's incredible.
Incredible, yeah.
And,
No,
and I think it's a great stoner movie because
that'll be a moist movie of the month in the future.
it's
for
gotta
sure.
be
Yeah.
because, dude, it's so fun.
Yes.
And you get like really invested because it's serious, and then all of a sudden it does something really weird, and you're like, "Oh yeah, I'm watching a comedy." Like it's like, and I love fucking the
Rick
main
Moranis.
Rick Moranis, dude.
yeah.
he's incredible.
One of the best.
Isn't it wild that he disappeared to raise his family?
Yeah.
yeah.
To take
He
care
just-
of it. Or I guess I don't know if it was to take care of it. I don't know if anything's wrong with his wife or not. But yeah, it was to like just
I think
be
he
with
had
his family.
kids. Yeah, I think he had kids. He like was one of the biggest stars of the '90s.
I mean, yeah, because I'm trying to think of all he did. Because he did Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, the
3 of them,
the trilogy.
which is badass, and they're all amazing.
Nope, just the first one.
No, they are. They all are.
Just Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
No, the second one's pretty good. The third one is iffy.
Honey, I Blew Up the Baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that one
Third one's-
sucks.
no,
That one,
it's-
that one
it's-
fucking sucks.
The second one is good though,
Second one's all right.
but the first one, perfect movie.
The second one's all right because they ride a Hot Wheel that I had. I was super pumped about
Oh,
that.
that's
the
cool.
Shark
I don't
Hot
know
Wheel,
the second one as well.
because that's where the adults get small.
Yeah, and they flip.
But they're in the house. But the first one where the kids are outside,
Dude,
that
and
one's
I
great.
love the way everything looks, like the texture of
And
everything.
the
when
giant animatronic ant.
dude, when they're
Yeah.
so like, yeah, and like the dandelion and
the
the yellow.
giant cookie.
Dude, it's
yeah,
the
that's a
Lego.
good one. We need to rewatch
My
that.
favorite thing in that movie though is the neighbor.
Right. Oh, who plays the neighbor?
Zemeckis or whatever.
You remember that?
That's like what his name is in the movie, dude. Because he's just an asshole, dude.
He's like an asshole sports guy, right? Yeah.
And I love at the
and Moranis is just a fucking nerd.
Yeah, at the very end, he's like, I'll shrink down.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I do remember that.
He goes to save.
He's a hero.
So, yeah, but there's a little thing that they don't ever say, but it's the way he acts. So when he gets brought back,
okay.
So he takes off his hat and everything, and first off, he has cigarettes in his hat, which wouldn't be comfortable, and you would obviously,
because it's like a fishing hat, right?
Yeah, and his wife goes, "What are these?" And he goes, "I think." But then he gets shrunk down, and he comes back, and he puts his hat back on, and his head is small. Like his hat doesn't fit anymore.
Oh, okay.
But they never address it, but you just see him go like.
So he got bigger?
No, so his head is smaller than it used to be.
Wait, but the hat is too big then? Or?
Yeah, the hat's too big. So it's just like 6 on his head. It's so funny. It's my favorite part of that movie. Because he just goes...
Because also, the idea of that movie, because they ride an ant.
Yeah.
An ant is that big, which means they're a fifth of that size.
It's
Wouldn't
insane.
they just fall into like the dirt at that point?
I don't know. But dude, I wonder what the set would have been like. Because when they're in the grass...
I bet that's so cool.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And you can tell it's all like, I think
they build the set.
They built
for
it.
sure.
It's beautiful. Mm-hmm. But then, all the bugs are so disgusting because they're so blown up.
And doesn't like the ant die and we all get sad because of that or something?
Yeah, and then they fly on a bee. Well, because the ant sacrifices himself because like
another bug fights it or something.
It. Dude, that movie's incredible.
I need to rewatch that movie now.
God,
I haven't seen that in forever.
I watched that a ton a few years ago. Like we had it on in the game room a ton.
Sure.
And we were because it's a perfect movie, dude. It's so good.
It's a perfect movie.
It is, dude. I mean, it spawned two more.
Yeah, and the second one's all right. Third one's not great.
Yeah, the first one's so good.
We'll need to cover those eventually too.
I think
do
they're
a
on the
real
list.
deep dive. Yeah.
Most movie of the month's futures. Stay tuned for that. Speaking of that, while we're on it, Tremors. Make sure you watch Tremors.
Yeah,
it's April's most
the
movie of the month.
'90s classic starring Reba McEntire.
I hope we always pick just old '90s movies.
We'll see. Well, the last one, I guess, Search of Dr. Seuss was probably '90s.
That was '90s too.
Yeah, and then what was? Oh, fucking Heavyweights.
Heavyweights was '90s too, '93.
Hell yeah. Yeah, we can stick with '90s for this year.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
That'd be really fun. And then it's like next year, just '80s movies.
We'll see.
Just do a John Hughes year.
Those are everyone's seen them too much though.
Yeah, that's true. Like
we need to do stuff
Ferris
that
Bueller
if people have seen it, it's been a while.
I did just watch Pretty in Pink yesterday for the first time.
So
that movie, I will say, kind of boring.
The issue with Pretty in Pink is
kind of boring.
She should not have ended up with the dude.
Yeah,
the dude wasn't right for her, and that's fine. He was a preppy dude, and she's a cool indie.
And I feel so bad for the other guy,
Ducky. Yeah, I know, right? Do you know who he turns into?
2.5 Men.
You're right.
Yeah,
isn't that weird?
I recognized him instantly, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
No, like. Pretty in Pink, the movie's not great. That is the most I wanted to be in a movie.
Oh, really?
Where I think I would have been best friends with Ducky. Like I would have really enjoyed that. My mom said that was her biggest inspiration as a movie of herself.
Oh wow, This her.
Like
it's a perfect capture of like teen love. I feel like.
Well,
not perfect.
The love
but
story's
like,
lame. Like the guy sucks. The guy is somebody famous.
Oh,
too.
dude,
isn't it Robert California?
Robert California is one of the
Yeah. Oh no, he's the love
friend,
interest's best friend.
he's
who's
the friend
a douchebag.
who makes the other guy shitty.
Yeah. No, like
it is wild. Robert California with hair.
Yeah. And like
I didn't recognize him at first. And I was like,
it's weird. 2.5 Men with hair now.
Yeah.
He wore a toupee for a long time.
Oh, did he really?
Yeah, he opened up about that.
Wow. It makes sense, I guess.
Yeah.
What is it? Oh, that's what he says. He goes, "Don't mess with me. I'm the Lizard King." Robert California?
Oh, right.
Remember
Yeah,
he says that on the phone?
Yeah.
Just, what the hell? But going back to Midwest Gaming Classic.
Right.
So this weekend was really badass. So we went up a day early, hung out with Megadan 29. It was badass because we left at like 7 a.m. Thursday morning.
Gross.
And so it's about 5 hours. So we got to his place at like noon, which was awesome. So we just gamed all day.
Nice.
And we just beat games. We just played games. It was so fun. We had like old school wrestling on. That's just what we do when we hang out. And then the next day, we watched wrestling. We had a slow morning. That's when Megadan nut tapped himself. Sure. Yeah. So after he nut tapped,
very slow morning, yeah.
After he nut tapped himself, we were all hanging out and talking, and he was like, we were talking about nut tapping, and he goes, "That's literally my least favorite thing in the world." Like he goes, "People that do that, I fucking hate them."
Sure.
And I'm yeah, I don't blame you. And he goes, "No, like he was passionate about it."
Like that's such the easiest thing to agree upon. Like, yeah, not tapping
No,
sucks.
but he was like
He really
passionate
hates
about it. And I'm telling you this for a reason.
Okay.
Which makes it so much more funnier.
I hate that.
Yeah. I hate it, okay?
Like, I especially don't like that.
Yeah, he just kept saying that. And we talked about it for a long time.
Oh, hey, established in Milwaukee.
Yeah, PBR, dude.
Didn't think about that.
You didn't know that?
No, didn't do it on purpose.
PBR, baby. Cheers, everybody.
I guess I know that they have a PBR district because I've been there.
Yeah, that's where we went.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. There's
Did you go to Uptown?
No.
Damn.
So
I recently fixed some of those games.
which is weird because that's usually our tradition. But we went out, so we got to Milwaukee Friday. You know, we met some people. There was a guy that we met that's a part of like our Patreon. So I'm talking about Game Off the Grid, because you guys don't know. But he lives in
Robert's
Seattle.
other project.
Yeah, and that one's doing terrible.
Fuck off.
No, but this guy lives in Seattle.
Okay.
And we have we do like a monthly Patreon Zoom beer. You know, you're part of it. And so we did our Zoom beer a week before Midwest Gaming Classic.
Okay.
And we were talking about it. There was a few people in the chat that were going to be there. And then his name, I call him Cobra. That's his username.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
He was like, you know what? I'm not doing anything. So he bought a plane ticket and flew to fucking Milwaukee.
So
dude.
expensive.
Yeah, the week before, and got a hotel room.
So expensive.
But he's like, I haven't taken a vacation in a while.
Huh? I mean, sure.
And I'm like, that's badass.
Yeah.
He flew down and he hung out with us all weekend. He's a really cool dude. But I was like, that's awesome.
Cheers to Cobra.
Yeah, cheers to Cobra.
See a Moist Mutual?
I did show him.
He might be.
I talked to him about photography for a little bit. Showed him your engagement photos, and he goes, "Oh, that's the guy you do the podcast with."
Oh,
So, yeah. So
there we go.
So we recognize you. And then we had a few friends from Ohio come up.
Nice.
They were the ones that were under the eclipse.
Oh, sure.
You know, so that was really cool. But just wild. Like we're at a size where people are coming to these for us.
Yeah, that's weird.
And like this guy flew from Seattle for a weekend. Like that's wild. That's so much money.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't, who would I do that for? I don't think I would for anybody. Like I'm not.
Who would I fly to see?
That you would actually like they're big enough that you're a fan of, but
you can still interact with them.
and you'd be able to hang out with them.
So like you have to like find something small, like a more niche thing that you can, where they still know you.
Because we hung out in our hotel room and Cobra was just, in the
Hanging
hotel,
out- right,
in our
with
hotel
you
room.
guys, yeah.
We went to dinner with him. Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah, I don't have anyone that I'm a fan of that
Yeah,
I
I
could
don't-
actually
yeah.
honestly interact with. But also that's probably the better way to be a fan of something.
Yeah, because then it's like it's more than a fan. Now we're like friends, dude.
Well, also like not to be, but like fans of this show, we are actually able to interact with if they like.
Yeah, because we're at a certain size.
But we're bad at it. But still.
And we don't ever.
Yeah,
But we appreciate who you are, Nathan Harsh. The one guy that listens
Yeah.
consistently. Oh, how you doing, Taylor?
Yeah. Hey, bud. White Noise. We see you.
Yeah, I wonder how White Noise is doing.
Yeah, he hasn't emailed us in a while.
But that's because we don't respond.
Yeah, that's fair.
probably why.
But we read them and we like them.
But Midwest Gaming Classic. So we get to Milwaukee, Friday. We're hanging out. We go out to dinner at the PBR district. That's our tradition. The PBR district is so fucking cool because that's where they used to brew PBR.
Yeah.
And so it's like these old factory
That's
buildings.
why they named it that.
Yeah. But there's this giant banner connecting two buildings that just says PAPS. Mm-hmm. So cool. And I think they turned it like into apartments.
Oh,
But it's like old gray buildings. Like,
it'd be weird to live there.
yeah, but there's a lot of history. There's like Central Waters is there.
Yeah, 'cause it's on the water, isn't it?
It's near the river. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's near the, yeah.
Is it on the same side as Uptown, or is it on the other side of the river?
Uptown's a little far away.
Okay, because Uptown's on the river.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But we went to dinner, we went to dinner at a decent time, like 6, but we had a big group.
Sure.
So it took a while, and they had a party going on. So we were at dinner for a long time. So by the time we got done with dinner, we were like, I'd rather just go back to the hotel and play games.
Sure.
So everybody that we had dinner with went back to our hotel room.
Instead of all the games that I build so hard.
I mean, Uptown is like a tradition, and it is fun because that's when we do run into some people. But it was like getting close to 9 at that point.
Ooh.
But we were
Old
like,
men.
let's just go back and we stayed up till 3,
Yeah.
But we were like, we have a lot more fun in smaller groups.
Yeah, that's fair.
And then we can all be around. Like we had like the TV set up with the games.
Actually hang out. Yeah.
We were watching wrestling and just like drinking local beer.
Yeah.
It's fun. Checking to see if anybody's walking by. It started to get darker,
I
too,
know.
so I'm getting
They'll
nervous.
sneak up on
I'm
us.
getting nervous. It'd be wild if they crashed and then just knocked.
Or they just
Oh,
stand.
because I would see him first, dude. If someone stand at that window, oh my god, I don't like
I should
that.
have hired 2 people.
You didn't know the day was coming.
No, I
forgot
completely-
about it because I made sure to put it on my notebook.
So did you find it
So when I flipped like to my Monday, the next day there was a little star and it said "Future Selves arrive."
Oh,
and I go, yeah, I was like, Jesus Christ.
your butthole tightens?
Yeah, it's like, not today. I'm not ready for the day. It's an eclipse, dude.
It's spooky.
Yeah. But, Friday night we stayed up, we hung out, just played games. And Saturday we went to the convention. Dude, the convention is so fucking big.
Sure.
Because it's at the Milwaukee Center, which is like this giant convention hall. And it's like multiple stories.
Cool.
Like in like the great halls, like one hall is just a vending hall, which is where they sell the games and merchandise. And it was cool looking at everything. It was wild, dude, because the last 2 years, I didn't get to experience the floor at all.
Sure.
So last year we vended, so we were like selling. So I was at the table all day. And then 2 years ago, I just kept getting stopped by people.
Okay. Did you have a panel one year?
Yeah, and then we were a part of a panel.
They did have you on a panel.
Well,
Makes
we
me
didn't
laugh so hard.
Well, we didn't host the panel. We were just guests on another podcast panel.
Cool.
Talking about the Wii U. But we're hosting a panel this summer in California.
No shit.
Yeah. It's not my first time hosting, but
Oh my god.
so it's just gonna be Wes and I talking for an hour,
That's so fun.
talking about physical media versus digital media.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Just because that one video took off so well, or
Yeah,
what?
and we've been covering it since. Yeah,
That's true. Yeah. That's
dude, it's-
awesome.
the first time we did a panel. It was in South Carolina. It was a few years ago. I'm so nervous.
This side of your life is so interesting. To
It's
me.
so because it's just like you're just in like this hall and just all these chairs are set up and people are in the chairs just sitting just
watching.
and everybody has backpacks. Like people have fucking foam swords and
People
like, nerd.
came for like they instead of walking around experiencing shit, they're here
Yeah,
to
there's
watch
panels.
you talk.
There's panels from the start of the con to the end of the con at every con.
Yeah.
and you can just go and sit and watch, which I don't never do because I'm like that's boring.
Yeah, that's lame.
I wanna
That's
walk-
not what I'm here
no,
for.
but that's what people go and just hear people talk. And I just like, dude, it's so. We always make sure we do a beer review.
Sure.
So I'm like fucking drinking it fast, dude. Because it's like, it's not like a dark stage.
Sure.
It's a lit room.
Yeah.
And you're just above people.
Yeah.
Sitting at a table going, hey,
Well,
how's
it's
everyone
not like
doing?
when you played Santa on stage.
Yeah, it's different. Or it's not like playing music,
Sure, yeah.
It's like, oh, so what do you think about this?
Yeah.
And for an hour.
And like
Think about doing this podcast in front of a live thing for an hour.
maybe one day.
I'd be so nervous. That's when you bring on guests. I feel like they help talk.
I feel like if you and I ever perform Moist Monday live,
Can we do that at No Shame? Just do an hour.
we could probably do 5 minutes. That would be
We go up with the mics
so
in the headphones.
funny. We know who runs it. They'd let us. That would be so fucking funny. And we just and we don't even go.
literally just tell-
We don't go up with stories either. We just start talking.
And then we go, well, that's the Most Money Podcast. So make sure you check us out.
So we could do that every month for a year, and that would build up to one episode.
And then we could fucking clip
that-
them together.
Yeah, that'd be
and put 'em-
one. That would be so funny. Maybe.
God,
The only thing is that one, no one there would care,
no.
and two, it's so stupid.
It would be so stupid, but it would be really
But
fun.
also, I'd be terrified to do that for some
I know,
reason.
because it's like you're just going up there and just we have to sit on stools or something.
No, I think we'd have to bring these chairs.
Everybody stays. These nice guys are two guys.
That's
Yeah, dude. Imagine we go up and we plug in like the fucking recorder and we put on headphones. So people are like, "What the? This is a performance?"
we should do that.
I mean, people go to
At
see
some point,
live
yeah.
podcasts.
Yeah.
It is a performance art.
But the other,
For 5 minutes?
doing a podcast at an open mic night is so funny.
God, we need to do it, dude.
At least once. Because we'd have to bring these too, the filters. I think we'd have to bring the chairs.
And how funny would it be if the mics were connected to our recorder but not to like the main
Sure.
thing? So we weren't mic'd up.
Yeah, you'll hear it later.
Make sure you tune in for a year, dude. Dude, that'd be so awesome.
So, just force it because people didn't come for it.
No,
It's
they
just
want to see
happening.
people perform, dude. God, now we got to do it. And I'm going to be so fucking nervous for no reason.
Oh my god,
Because nobody cares.
that'd be one where like I don't perform Freak Show, so I can just get
You
drunk
just
and do this. Yeah.
We just have a ton of whiskey sours and we go.
But I'll still dress up for Freak Show, and then I'll go change, and then come out in normal clothes.
Come out.
So everyone thinks I'm a do
It'd be so funny. Bring the fireplace and do us as a display.
do the light. I mean, that would take not long to set up.
It'd be wild, dude. People are like, what's going on? You doing like a talk show?
Nope.
Nope. It's a podcast. God,
You're a part of it.
we need to do that.
That's
now.
really funny. Yeah.
But going back to Milwaukee, stay tuned for future.
Someday when we get the guts.
Well, I'm just gonna sign up and not tell you.
You just come over like I come home one day and like, why are the lights and chairs gone?
Oh, by the way, we're performing. But I walked around, the convention, the vendors. What's wild is this year. So it's like video game convention. So there's a lot of people that sell video games, but this year I feel like there was more people selling video game collectibles
Things
than there was actual games. There was a ton of games. Don't get me wrong. It's a giant convention, but it was weird because I was like, this is kind of, and like people selling like, toys, people selling blankets, people selling, indie games. It's cool because it scratches every itch of gamer.
Sure.
But then there's also like the next hall over is a free play gaming area.
Oh, that's cool.
Which is badass. So there's like gaming museum, which has every console that you can think of and imagine and more.
Okay.
Hooked up to a TV that you can free play on. So like you can play the Atari 32 or whatever.
The Jaguar?
Or you can play the Jaguar, or you can play like these PC Engine games, or you can play like dude, there's so many things where I'm like, I've never even heard of this. You can sit down and play it.
They have an arcade?
Yeah, so then it goes into a pinball area.
Okay.
And then there's other arcade games, but it's mostly pinball. And that's badass. Dude, there's a lot of cool pinball machines.
Yeah.
And pinball's wild. So I played, it was busy as fuck though. But I played one, X-Men pinball.
Sure.
Dude, that was awesome.
Was it like the 90s X-Men or?
I think it was a newer one.
Okay.
Because dude, there are so many.
Did it have a screen on it?
Like on the back, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. There were so many moving parts, and like there was like this thing, like if you get the ball to do a certain thing, like this little crane moves on the inside. And dude, I can't imagine working on pinball machines.
I don't
like as an
want
arcade
to.
tech. Like
I do not want to.
there's so many moving parts.
I've opened one up before and it is stressful immediately.
Yeah, especially like modern ones.
So at Uptown, we rent all of our pinballs.
That makes sense.
There's
So it's
another,
somebody else.
I think they're trying to move away from it, which I don't want because I do not want to start working on pinball. Although I guess if I learn how, that's probably
it's a good skill.
It's
to
a
learn.
big market too, because there's some just pinball places.
Well, I think like the biggest distributor, at least at Midwest, was Stern Pinball.
Okay.
Most of their tables were Stern Pinball, and I think West has picked up a few digital pinball that are Stern Pinball.
Sure. Digital pinballs are all right.
They're kind of fun. We play like a Ghostbuster one all the time on PS4, and that's fun.
Okay.
Because then you really like notice like the graphics and everything. When you're playing pinball, it's hard to notice what's going on.
Which I like that. I don't like the screens. I like when it's all physical things.
What's really cool about this, like, I think it's at a lot of cons though, is they have a lot of modern pinball, but then they have like early pinball.
Yes.
Where it's just like literally it's just like this is how pinball started.
It's not even like
it's just
themed.
it's just
pinball.
It's just like a couple bouncers and like that's so cool.
Right now I'm trying to talk my boss into getting this Labyrinth pinball.
Labyrinth would be cool.
Because it's also like it's got like the Bog of Eternal Stench and like it's got like the places they go. Yeah.
They might have had a Labyrinth one there because they had they had a couple James Bond pinballs.
There's this place that we go to get some stuff fixed. They have you only live twice pinball.
Yeah, I saw that there.
It's so
like why did they do that movie? But
I
they
don't
also
know.
had Dr. No, and then they had
still not the best.
but I'd love like
Dr. No's okay.
Yeah, but
I haven't
you
seen
only
that in
live twice.
forever.
Why is that a fucking pinball?
know.
I'm guessing they did it for all the movies back in the day.
Yeah, but like I've seen that pinball so often. Right now, at Uptown,
that one must be cheap or something. That's
Probably. It's not my favorite pinball game, but it's one of my favorite where it has a special thing. It's the Jurassic Park.
Ooh.
It has the T-Rex stomps.
Oh,
So it
fuck.
vibrates.
God, that's terrifying.
Every once in it's so cool.
That's really
So
cool.
I think Izzy's favorite is Attack from Mars, which is
That
a
one's good.
classic.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, I saw
everywhere.
that one.
But that one, it's a really good if you can like beat it, kind of, where
Okay,
like
really?
you can accomplish something where the UFO goes crazy.
Oh, hell yeah.
There's like a 3-step process to getting it to do something big.
I mean, that's what's weird about pinball is like it's just a high score game.
And I wish they were universal, the high score, because some you can get billions of points, some you can get
It
hundreds
is
of
wild
thousands.
but it is fun. Like because I was playing with Cobra,
Yeah.
and so we would take turns and be like, okay, this is what I got, you go, and we watch. You know?
I just wish it was across the platform.
Yeah, because it just depends on machine.
'Cause I really like, all the Elvira ones
Yeah,
are
saw a ton
great.
of those.
Tales from the Crypt is a really good
Yep.
one because that one has the special ball release where it's like, it kind of looks like a door knocker, but it's his face.
Oh, instead of like a normal plunger, that's fucking
plunger,
bad. That's fucking badass.
But I do prefer the plunger. I hate when it's a button.
No, do that. You want to be able to.
Yeah, because you can control it.
You can control
It's
it.
part
You
of-
always
yeah.
usually go full bore, but you don't have to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, there's somewhere it's worth it not to.
Yeah, because points or where the thing the one I play the most is probably South Park.
Sure,
Because
that's a good one.
Because
Yeah,
that's an up down.
not anymore. I don't think.
Oh, it used to be there all the time.
I think it's been a while since that one's been there.
Oh wow, that one's fun. But I'm just so bad at pinball because I'm like I don't know how to control. So I'm just like guessing. You know,
gotta.
I think you got to play a machine a ton to really start learning it.
So the main key I think of, this is probably a really beginner still learning process, is you keep the I can't remember what the things are
flippers?
called. Yeah,
Yeah.
They might actually be called flippers, but if you keep them up to catch the ball,
Oh yeah, I do that.
and then you can let them down, and then based on where it is
Locate-
on the
yeah, it
flipper,
will shoot
you
it.
can throw
But
it.
it just takes a while to learn where the good spots are.
Sure.
And it's hard to hit sometimes.
Yeah.
It is wild too, like when you shoot a ball and it gets locked into an area and you're like, fuck.
Yeah.
And then how do I get that out? And
Yeah.
it's just like,
No, that's an issue at the bar.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm not allowed to touch them.
yeah. Well, I'm not saying like locked in the
Oh,
game.
you mean when it drops?
Yeah,
in
when it
something,
like holds it and it's like, and then you'll get
Something's
multi-ball.
happening, yeah. Multi-ball is so stressful.
Dude, it's like,
But like four of them always just go straight down the middle, and you're like, all right, fuck me, I guess.
I can't pay attention to all this,
Yeah.
but it's so fun. That was the only one I played, but they had like this giant beach area set up with like a ton of Jaws pinball for some reason.
Sure.
It was wild.
I played Jaws pinball before.
And then I remember we were playing House of the Dead Overkill. Of course we
nice.
were. But we were playing on the PS3 and they had a 3D TV.
Ooh.
And we had the 3D goggles.
Fun.
And that was our first time ever doing it on the 3D TV.
Yeah.
Dude, it was wild because there's a few parts in the game where like you're fighting like a zombie.
Sure.
And he's like, will reach and grab at you. Dude, both Wes and I were like, oh. Because he's like, that's wild. We
Yeah.
play the game so much, but never like that.
God, what's the House of the Dead? I guess it might not be House of the Dead, but I remember me and my friend Henry played it once, and it was like this thing checks your pulse to see how scared you are, and we're like, it's not gonna be scary at all. And the first thing that happened is like somebody burst through a window, but also it turns out there was air cannons.
Oh, so it blasted you in
and it was like a sit down, like you're
Yeah,
in it.
I love this
And so
machine.
it blasted us and it scared the shit out of us, and like it was like your heart rate went up.
I don't think I've ever played that.
No, it
is that
might
like
not-
is it a real Lycan game or just like a scare thing?
No, it's a real game.
Oh,
yeah.
but they have like it's in the handle of the gun.
on the gun. Yeah.
Oh,
super
okay. Wow,
cool.
I've never done that.
It might not be a House of the Dead.
Yeah, I don't think it was House-
So many years
yeah.
ago we played that. Yeah.
I'd be scared because you're having a heart attack. Sir.
Oh shit.
You're dying. But there was this really cool. So there's a lot of like smaller rooms and like the ton of panels. But there was this really cool room that we went to. They had it last year, but I didn't get to see it.
Do you know who the biggest panelist was? Like, were there big gamers there? Like ones that I would like, because like if I think of like the biggest gamers, I'm thinking like Ninja, Markiplier,
it's
like
not, they don't go to these types of things.
Okay.
because these are like retro gamers.
they're probably like Comic-Con.
Yeah, these are like retro gamers.
Okay.
The first year we went though, they had Midwest Gaming Classic had like that's where we met $1 Million Man,
Okay.
Eric Bischoff, which is a big wrestler guy.
Ooh.
That's where we met Ernie Hudson
That from
Ghost-
Ghostbusters. Yeah.
yeah, that's where we
Hell
met
yeah.
it. We met Tim Kitzrow. Tim Kitzrow was there every year, the voice of NBA Jam.
Hell
He's
yeah.
a great, and he remembers us, dude. It's so wild.
Yeah,
'cause
did he record something for you guys?
Yeah, he
I
recorded
thought
something
so.
for us a few years ago. He's just so cool. But ever since that first year, they haven't had like big famous celebrities. But
Okay.
I mean, it's still one of the biggest cons, and
Sure.
people just go for the video games. They do have like really old school cars.
Okay.
Like there's like the Jurassic Park Jeep.
Nice.
And dude, they had the old school like Batmobile.
Nice.
Like the black and orange one.
Oh, okay.
Dude,
yeah.
that's like a kind of a convertible esque. And dude, that was cool as like super like Adam West Batmobile.
Because I've seen the Adam Moss at like even like the Des Moines, like I think it's called the Wizard Con.
Yeah, dude. But
Comic-Con
it's just
thing.
like I was like, because you can like kind of lean in and look inside.
Yeah.
that's badass. But we went into this small room that was on the side called the World of Nintendo.
cool.
And this, I wish. See, this is what I wish. I wish I was a little bit older because I would have got to experience this when I was younger. So Wes and Megadam are freaking out because this is one guy's collection. He has like all these stands and like freaking shelving units and like things that old stores would have
Okay.
for Nintendo products.
Okay.
But they're all in perfect shape.
Oh.
So it felt like it feels like when you walk into this room that you're walking into like an old toy store.
Sure.
And Wes was like, dude, I remember seeing this at like KB Toys when I was
Yeah,
younger.
that would
or
be
like
cool.
Toys R Us.
Sure.
And Wes bought his book. So apparently like retailers, if you sold enough Nintendo stuff, you get points.
Oh.
So you could get like these Nintendo displays.
Okay. Cool.
And dude, so there was like Game Boy stuff, old shelving units. There was like this really cool small CRT TV in like this glass case, and then there was 12 games, and it was kind of like a record player where you could like type it in, and so you could pick out of the 12, and then you could just free play it.
Weird.
So then you could test out the games.
Cool.
Yeah, so it was really cool. So Mega Man freaking beat Punch Out on it,
All right.
and then No Death and Contra on it.
Okay.
And it's like, I bet no one's ever done that.
Yeah.
But it was just so cool. And then there was this giant there was a bunch of like Nintendo, Super Nintendo signs that would have been like up at the stores, but they, in perfect condition. And then there was this Nintendo globe, like this silver globe that like there was like a band around it that like spun, and it just said World of Nintendo.
Cool.
And that used to be in stores. That would be in big stores if they sold a ton of Nintendo stuff. It was so cool. Like I walked in, and I was like, "This is badass." But like Wes was like, "Dude, I remember seeing this when I was a kid."
Sure.
And so that's why I wish I would have, because I don't have nostalgia for that.
Yeah.
I was just too young.
Yeah, I played like the Super Nintendo a little bit.
Yeah, they had like a Super Nintendo kiosk, which was badass because they had like back in the day at stores, you used to have kiosks.
Yeah.
Like, so that would.
Where you stare straight up.
Yeah,
at
where you
that
and then
tiny
you play
screen,
the controller.
Fuck your neck up.
But
Yeah.
like, this one was like right there, and they had Legend of Zelda plugged in.
Nice,
Dude,
yeah.
it was so cool. But when Megadan was playing Punch Out, he just used the password to get to the end.
Oh, okay.
But it was like the newer version of Punch Out, so it was Mr. Dream and not Mike Tyson.
Oh.
Because they released 2 versions.
I didn't know that.
Because Mike Tyson got in trouble.
Yeah.
So then they re-released Punch Out.
Didn't know that.
And so they changed Mike Tyson to Mr. Dream, which sucks.
Yeah.
Everybody knows it's Mike Tyson.
Sure.
But he was beating him, and people were filming him. And then like he gets done and he turns around and everybody in the room is watching him.
Yeah.
And it's like 40 people. And he goes, "Oh, what the fuck?"
Hit myself in the nuts again.
Yeah, dude, it was so funny. Oh, speaking of that, I gotta finish that story.
Sure. Yeah. Is there more to it?
Yes. That's why I started it that way. So I wish I was there when this happened.
Okay.
So I did not witness this, but this is him retelling me.
Okay.
So there was this other YouTuber there. I'm not going to say his name. But he came up to Megadan and like was being all friendly, and then just like as like a friend thing, hit him in the nuts. And this guy's in his 40s.
Was it Billy Mitchell?
No.
I like that that's where our worlds intersect too, is Billy Mitchell.
He's controversial.
I know he might sue us just for saying his fucking name.
No, but this guy, like, this is the type of guy that this guy is. He just hit him in the nuts.
Oof. And we now know that Megan really hates that. Like, he especially doesn't like being hit in
and
the
what's
nuts.
so funny to me is this is the second time he's been hit in the nuts in a day. Like, in 24 hours, he got hit in the nuts twice.
Once by himself.
I know, dude. It's making me laugh so hard. But he was around a group of people, and like he had just met another YouTuber for the first time, so he couldn't freak out.
Yeah.
So then like the other guy saw that he was like upset about it, so he like hugged him, and Megan whispered in his ear and goes, "I want to punch you in the face so fucking." But like he goes, "Dude, if it would have happened anywhere else, I would have taken him down."
Sure. Could he have?
Probably.
Okay.
Yeah, probably. But he said he was fuming, and I was like, "You got hit in the nose twice." And it's so funny
Because it's been so long since I've been hitting the nuts.
I know exactly.
Yeah.
So he did it to himself, and then we talked about it, and he was just saying, "Man, I hate this so much." And like I said earlier, he was insistent, like, "I hate this," and then it happened. Like, dude, it's so funny, dude. I mean, it sucks for his nuts.
Yeah, it sure does.
And also,
It's so funny.
as a grown man hitting another man, what the hell?
Yeah,
Who does that?
What are we doing?
Yeah, dude.
'Cause it's been so long since I've ever hit somebody in
And
the
that's
nuts.
such a douchey thing. Like,
Yeah.
what do you... That's fucked
like,
up.
it's shitty in high school if you do that.
I know.
Yeah.
And this is like, dude, think about like a 40... Like, this guy's a dad that did it to him. He's a father.
Yeah, like, imagine one of our friends even hitting us, and that, like, what are you doing?
I'd be fucking pissed off.
Yeah, like, why did you do that?
I'd be like, dude, I don't like you anymore.
Yeah.
I fucking hate you. Like, why'd you do that? And apparently he thought it would be funny. And it wasn't.
I mean, it was.
I mean, it is funny.
It's very funny. I laugh very hard at it.
I just like that he
God.
got hit in the nuts twice.
So you had a convention this weekend. I have a convention next weekend.
Oh, yes. Yeah, tell me about it.
I am doing fucking 8 to 10 performances, sideshow performances, at the Middle of the Map Tattoo Convention.
Which is badass. We'll talk about that next week, so stay tuned for that. Make sure you subscribe or follow us on all the podcast apps to hear about it.
Hear about my stories of my freak show adventures.
8 shows.
Yeah, I'm not excited.
At least it's over 3 days.
Sure, that's still a lot in a day.
Yeah. I thought it was 8 in one day.
No, that will probably be the most that'll definitely be the most I've done.
Yeah,
in,
that's a
in
fuck
3
ton.
days. Yeah.
And you got to perform for 8 minutes a piece, right? That's what you're saying?
Around that.
Ish.
So I'm gonna pull out all the stops.
But Freak Show is like, that's not like because 8 minutes you're like, oh, that's short, but not for Freak Show.
No, because I think my full act is probably it's my full act isn't 15 minutes, but if I run through like my normal
But does
stunts,
that include Fireball?
No, and I don't
okay.
get to do fire this one either.
But like if you did your full act with a Fireball,
that would probably be. I could probably do a full 30.
Damn, you think you could do a full 30 up there by yourself for
With
30 minutes?
Everything, yes.
You'd have to. I feel like you'd have to make stuff like last.
Yeah, well, I need to get better at that anyways.
But like, yeah, that's the tough part is you're doing these, but you got to. It's like doing the stuff in between the talking and the bits and the jokes.
Yeah, so I'm trying to write a lot more jokes for it.
You got to do more. It's more performing
than just doing stunts. Yeah, it's more performance than stunt work.
Yeah,
but like 8 minutes, I can at least run through everything, and I can for sure fill 8 minutes.
God, I'm curious about the convention. That convention sounds awesome.
Me too.
And you get to go for free.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you're gonna be up to walking around.
Yeah, we'll fucking see. I mean, if they go well, I might be. But also, I plan on like getting my headphones. I'll find a corner I can just kind of sit in. Because also, I don't really know any of the people. I'm not performing with people, but I'm in a group of. So everyone else. So a person reached out to me asking if I could do this performance. I was like, oh yeah, because I know that tattoo conventions are a big place for freak show performers.
Well, and you're covered in tattoos too.
And they offered me like, yeah, you can do an act in between sets. And so
and you're like,
perfect,
okay, yeah.
I can do that. And then they immediately responded like, all right, well, here are 6 days that we need you to practice. I was like, no.
Yeah, dude. Why do you need to practice with other people? You're performing by yourself.
She was like, these two are mandatory. I'm like, well, I'm busy, so it's okay if I'm out. And she immediately was like, no, it's okay. Because I realized later on that they don't have acts. Like I'm the only like sideshow performer because I went to the last meeting with the people. They're all. And no shame to this, because
no shame.
No, like it's fine that they all do this, and that's their own thing, and that's cool. It's fine.
We have a podcast,
but they're no, our podcast is not better than what they do. But they're all like,
that's what I'm saying. Like no shame.
Oh right, yeah. We do dumb shit too. I'm a freak show performer. It's fine. But they're all like flow dancers. Where they'll like,
what the fuck does that mean?
They'll spin things, or like they like hula hoops a lot. It's basically like kind of EDM-y. Where they'll all go things and just do their own thing around each other.
Yeah, but this is something you do like a club.
Yeah,
not at like a middle of the day convention.
That's not the main act of because we are the main act of a convention. There's some bands, there's a contest, and then there's us.
Yikes. And what's wild is at a convention, people are just going to be walking by.
So my biggest fear is because they go on for 2 songs where it's like 6 people rotating, doing just dance moves, walking in a circle, and then 2 songs, and then me for 8 minutes, and then 2 songs of them. And also they all like spin fire and stuff, which I'm a fire performer too, but it's still very different.
You breathe fire.
I breathe fire and I eat fire. They breathe fire too. I'm not a huge fan of their fire safety training.
Well, that's because they're probably not trained in it.
They aren't. And like that's
and you went to school for this.
Yes. Like I was trained by professionals. In our last day of class, they sat us down and we watched videos of like
what goes wrong.
Like when Great White burned a club down and killed a shit ton of people. Or like
it's like when you're in driver's ed and they make you watch
the red pavement or whatever the fuck it's called. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
No, so that's how we ended it. I was like, all right, not a joke.
Yep.
This is real.
And you've also known that you can't teach people this.
Yes. Yeah. I could die, or worse, I could kill other people. That has happened. And these people definitely don't have that training. And also, so they all do like fire stuff. One guy's just like doing like this with swords.
Yeah, for audience at home, just punching basically with swords.
Which I guess he can light on fire. But apparently, they won't know till day of if they're allowed to do fire.
So that's going to make their act even lamer.
So my biggest fear is that they're going to go up, lose the entire crowd, and then I'm gonna come out and just torture myself for like nobody.
Well, dude, it is like because I was just at a convention, and if it depending on where it is, if you're in like a room where it's like a panel room,
I think we're gonna be like,
or if you're in the main area,
I think we're in the main area.
If you're in the main area, there's gonna be so many people that just are walking by,
and like them because also I told
some people will be at a table like glancing over.
Yeah,
but then because there was podcasts set up in like the main vending hall.
You should get on that
live podcast. One of my friends, Brad, that does Hair of the Dog, another podcast.
Okay,
but he was a guest on another podcast, and so they do have chairs set up, but people just walk by.
Yeah,
and it's just like because I've been on a panel before like that. You get so nervous when you realize, you're
losing people.
Nobody cares
because this is like as a sideshow performer. There, I can grab people walking by because I'm comfortable fucking around.
Yeah,
with
dude,
people.
You could be like, "Oh, hey, you."
Yeah, come here. Yeah. Come look at this.
Come pull this out of my nose.
Yeah, and like shit like that.
And that would fill the 8 minutes.
Yeah, just like chase people
you're
down.
Doing crowd work.
That's my plan.
Yeah, it's crowd work.
And like I'm hoping that this, because I have to do like 8 to 10 performances. This is where I can more like work on that kind of stuff. Is adjusting my act for how the crowd's going.
Yeah, you can workshop stuff.
Because everything else I've done. like 3 performances max in a day.
Well, and you just performed on Tuesday too, so that's got to feel better.
Yeah, that's true. But also on that Tuesday performance, nobody liked me.
But that's kind of what you like, though.
I like when I gross people out. I don't like when people just turn around. And I saw the back row at this last show turned around because they could not watch me, which I get. I do not judge them or blame them at all.
But I think that's what you're kind of going for.
No, I'm not going for people truly not watching anything. I like it when people can't look away. I like when people are visibly upset, but they're still watching me. Yeah.
It's not like when Steve-O does something and you're like, Well,
but like still, it's there. Like it's they saw it.
Yeah.
I've had people just ignore it because they couldn't handle it, and that one it's just less fun. Because like I've made people throw up before, but like.
Gross.
Yeah. Well, that's when me and Baby Girl stapled a rope to each other's faces and played tug of war with it.
Which that's badass.
Yeah. No, I was very happy with that.
That's
and
fun.
I'm very happy someone threw up because of that.
They go, ugh.
Yeah.
Disgusting, dude.
Yeah,
Well, I'm excited to hear about it.
Because the good thing is at a tattoo convention, everyone should be pumped to see what I do. Because also, I've been to other tattoo conventions. I am much tamer than what other people have had.
No, yeah, tattoo conventions.
People will
I
do
feel
like suspension acts and like.
Well, yeah, tattoo conventions. I feel like everybody there is very alternative.
A lot of people are bleeding around you, so it's fine.
Yeah, it's not like a video game convention where everyone's mega nerds and I'm the casual guy.
Sure, yeah,
you know
that's
what
true.
I mean? Like, I run a YouTube channel. Yeah, I'm a nerd, but like these people are full bore.
Yeah, it can be your job, but it's their life.
Yeah, and dude, it's so wild. There were so many people walking around with like fake swords.
Sure, I mean,
and then there's obviously a ton of cosplay, and it's just like okay,
yeah.
Dude, there was one guy walking around like this tight red. I don't even know what he was. Tight red suit with a giant red nose.
Oh,
and I don't know what it was, but I was like, that's disgusting. I heard a knock.
I know, me too.
I heard a knock at the door. Oh, I'm getting nervous.
I believe that has been the Moist Monday podcast.
I don't think they showed up, ladies and gentlemen.
But so we're both dead in the future.
Yeah, what if the podcast ends here? They show up and kill us? How would that work?
That'd be a whole another level of suicidal, killing my past self.
But your future self is
you
still
would
alive.
disappear. I feel like.
Oh, that's Looper.
There you go.
That's basically Looper. I love that movie.
I haven't seen it yet, but still, we'll leave you with that.
But this has been the Moist Monday Podcast. Make sure you follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and Threads. Moist Monday Podcast. Send us an email, moistmondaypodcast@gmail.com.
Watch Tremors.
Yes. Make sure you search Moist for Word of the Year because we're doing Word of the Day. I would love to do a definition of moist for Word of the Day.
Sure.
If it's 2024 Word of the Year, it won't be.
No.
But we're going to keep pushing it. We're going to keep pushing
what? Wellman's mayonnaise or whatever?
Wellman's?
No. What's Wellman's?
A bar?
Oh, is it? All right. Who does the mayonnaise?
Fuck.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm blanking. It's not Wellman's, that's for sure. Miracle? No,
it's not Miracle Whip.
Fuck. Well, make sure you rate us 5 stars on all the podcast apps. Jacob's looking it up, trying to freaking talk. This is how it would go if we did a podcast live. Be like, so how's everyone's doing?
I just Googled mayonnaise. Hellman's.
I was close. You were close.
Okay,
yeah.
cool.
Hellman's mayonnaise. Yeah, I think that's it.
I just found a rhinestone covered mayonnaise on Etsy for $145.
Wait, what? A rhinestone covered? You mean a rhinestone covered in mayonnaise? Oh, it's a mayonnaise jar covered in rhinestones.
It's $145.
Why would you want that?
I don't know. It's handmade.
I mean,
only one left and in 6 carts.
I mean, I do follow the mayonnaise account on Instagram, and they make like mayonnaise cocktails and shit.
Ooh.
It probably wouldn't be good.
We'll find out.
But they like keeping it moist, and we like keeping it moist here.
And so do you guys.
This has been the Moist Monday Podcast. Thanks for listening.
Bye, guys.
Bye, everybody.
Dry bones, lazy bones, big bones, dance around in your bones.
That was a bad one. I remember that. I think I was like tightening it up, so
And it like whipped.
and I was trying to be like sexy and just
That just instantly ruins the
yeah,
mood.
bare ball bag.
Yeah, what do you do?
You fall.
God, I've never been hit in the bare balls either.
Because I think she was like over the edge of the bed or whatever.
So she
I
didn't
was-
even get to see it?
So no, so I was like standing up and she was like feet on the ground over the bed. Yeah.
You're just on the ground and she's like, what?
Well, but she's also like,
Yeah, what? Can't move.
can't help me up.